make you wanna stay with me. Oh, make you wanna stay with me. Is there something I can do to show my love for you?
What's going on, YouTube? I'll be right back. Give me just 1 second. Listen, fellas, you want to get your face wash, your skincare routine intact? I use Tiege Hanley. It's a daily face wash with an AM, PM moisturizers with instructions in the box that's very clear on how to get it together. I know this is not something common that us men do, but it's very important that we take care of our skin. On top of that, the ladies love it. Get yourself a box of Tiege Hanley. It comes in the mail, ships within a week. If you click the link in my description, you would get 40% off your first order and 20% off a lifetime. On top of that, sign up to the app and you'll get even more deals. Me, I got a special. I got the grooming kit. I was able to get my nail clippers and everything that I needed to get myself together to go outside. Tiege Hanley is the way when I tell you the perfect men's skincare routine. Get yourself a box of Tiege Hanley. What's going on? What is going on? You too. What up, what up, what up? We got the beautiful ladies in the building. Everyone, please do me one favor and unmute your mics. Unmute your mics. What is good? What is good? What is good? We got some new panelists in the building with us. Let's give them a lovely, healthy round of applause. What is good? What is good? What is good? I would love to introduce y'all to Noni. What's up, Noni?
What's
You in the building?
up? How are you? I feel honored to be here tonight. Thank you.
You in the building? Please do me a favor. What I love to do is when we have new panelists, I would love for you to tell us a little bit about yourself so the audience can get used to you and also get used to your business. I would love for people to subscribe and to purchase anything you got going on.
Okay. Ooh, I'm on the spot. Hello, everybody. My name is Noni, aka the Love Bar Sexologist. I'm from Queens, New York, but I just reside in North Carolina. I'll let that be clear. I just reside in NC, but I'm born and raised in Queens, New York, all day, every day. I am an international sexologist, international author, a bedroom candy consultant. So I sell them great things for ladies, gentlemen. We also have cosmetics. As you can see, I have my lips popping tonight. You can follow me on Instagram. I will have some new things popping off. I'm also an author. My second book will be coming out the end of this month. And I will be starting to get back into podcasting again. Yay, me.
Ooh, that's what's up. That's what's up. Hold on. I'm being a little slow tonight. Pardon me, but here we go for that. So Carrie, the spotlight is on you. Tell us a little bit about yourself, what you got going.
Hey, I am Carrie LaShawn, but you, of course, can call me Carrie. I am a vocalist, a worship leader. I work heavily with children, for they are my heart. And I just try to change the world with the light that God has given me. You can follow me on all platforms, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok, Carrie LaShawn. That, of course, is KeriLashawn. You can also follow me on my website, KeriLashawn.com, where you can listen to my single, as well as look at my video, live performances. I am a live entertainer. And I'm also working on my new single, and I'm working on another video. And my current single is Know For Sure. And just about my single, it's just you knowing and understanding and recognizing that a situation, an opportunity, a person, place, or thing doesn't serve you well, and you simply moving on. Period.
Period.
And the song is fire. Okay, the song is fire. It's a banger.
Yeah.
No, I can't do it right now, but no, it's it. Yeah.
All right. So, Kit, I know you got some things cooking. Literally, what's up?
Yes. So we have done a soft launch for the actual food portion of the business. So if you're local, we will have our new menu out this week, and you don't even have to come to us. The food will come to you. We also deliver our goodies locally, and we ship as well. So if you know about the Edible Incredible, definitely check us out. If not, www.theedibleincredible.com. We are on all platforms, and I'm also known as Kit Stays Baked. So we do all things cannabis, education, manufacturing, and helping people get into the space, whether it's through philanthropy, through DI, through advocacy. So let me know. I'm your canna girl. I'm all things weeded. So
all things marijuana, Mary Jane. There we go. So I would also like to give a special shout out to Boombox and to Just Justified for really pushing through on their channels. Boombox has been doing some lives. I've been on her lives and they've been great. Please go over there and subscribe to both Boombox, Just Justified, to Noni, who's coming back in with it. Follow everything Kit got going on at DRMUA. Tell us what you got going on.
I mean, like, again, we're just making up adulting as we go. We just figuring this thing out. We are growing this beautiful channel. You know, we have these lovely ladies here, and we're just making moves. You know what I'm saying? So stay tuned. Grown Man Talking is gonna be, it's worldwide, baby. Like, this is what we do. Grown Women Talking every Tuesday. Get into it. Stay locked in.
This is what we do. That's what's up. So I don't want to go too crazy with the intros because I would love to get into this topic today. This topic today, we are talking about spinning the block, which I know most of y'all ladies have done before, over and over and over and over and over.
Well, here he
Again.
go on his shit.
Not
Early,
too much. Not too
Early.
much.
early. But before we jump into the topic, what I would want to let everyone that's watching the show to know, please, everyone that has a wrench, do me a favor. If there's anything disrespectful happening in the comment section, do me the solid. You guys have the capability to remove, to block, to time people out. Use your discretion. Don't time them out because you disagree with them. Time them out because they're being disrespectful. And also, please do me a favor. Hit the like button as you enter the door. As you enter the door, hit the like button. You know what I'm saying? And then stay active in the comments. Extremely important tonight because we got a good topic. And I need this show to go further and further out into the YouTube algorithm. So stay active in the comments. Let us know how you feel about the topics. And here we go.
And ghost you and come back for the ego boost. They know that they can disappear on you for a week, a month, however long that it's been. They can hit you with the how you doing text, and they know you're into them. You're really feeling them. They know how much you like them by how quickly you respond, especially when you don't bring it up or you try to act like you know good and well you've been waiting on that phone call for however long, and you just jump right back into it. When you let them come right back, when you don't make them explain, like the best thing that you could do when he comes back to you for that ego stroke is to deny him that. Leave him on red. Or say, I'm not interested anymore. Like, give it a one-line sentence. Let him know, I don't know who you think that I am, but I'm not the kind of girl that you can just pop in and out of my life. Let him know. They only come back because they don't want to do the work of meeting somebody else. They think they can just pick up where they left off. No, you got to start from scratch.
So, ladies, what do y'all think about that foolishness? Go ahead.
It was a scratch for me.
Anyone feel free to start the conversation?
Well, why did you call it foolishness?
Thank you. Why'd you call it foolishness? We're not giving you what you want.
Yeah, listen, look. Ladies know y'all spin the block. And it's not on some, we're trying to boost our egos when we spin the block. No, it's for our convenience. That's all it is. And we know it's easier to sleep with somebody that you slept with before than it is to get in bed with somebody you don't know. So spinning the block for men, it's a very kind of like a no-brainer. But how do y'all feel about that?
Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
Go ahead, kid.
Look at Melissa Lopez. I'm so guilty for letting them come back. In my head.
Already. So I have to slightly disagree because y'all, I mean, we outnumber y'all, like I don't know how many to one, right? And the one thing that y'all love to say is that ain't nothing like the new. So you're not going to make it seem like getting new is that hard for y'all when there's several of us that will give in for some shrimp fried rice and $40. Like, we're not going to play that game. We're just not going to do that. And then also what we're not going to do is with the whole spin, you trying to make it, oh, it's about convenience. No, when they spin the block, they're checking to see if you're still stupid. Now you have to decide as to how stupid you want to be over some yesterday dingling, because
not yesterday,
them out there too. So this whole it's just so much easier to go back to something that we've already had when there's just so many other new ones out here.
Read that comment, kid.
Blue.
Read that comment. I kind of agree with him. I'd rather be with the old than train someone new.
From a woman's perspective.
Ain't nobody no puppy now. Relax.
I'm not speaking from a woman's perspective. I'm speaking from a man's perspective. I'm speaking from what you said about
we feel the same way.
Like,
Why do y'all
no,
think it's so easy for us to get boxed? Like, it's not that
it's
easy
not a,
for most
it's
men
not
to
a,
get boxed.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that because y'all like to
no.
throw the game in there. Nope, nope, nope. Because
Ain't
there's
nothing like new cuckoo, and y'all will literally cross
Yep.
the ocean for it. So I'm
Yep.
not even believing that. Like
And
they literally do take their passports and they go across the ocean for it. So I'm not even making this up. This is like actual and factual. And
You
again,
freestyling right now. You sound like Jay-Z to me.
that they get their
no, I
passport.
sound like the passport bros and the
That's it, the passport bros.
I sound like the incels. Actually, if we want to talk about who I sound like the
So you call them incels. That means they do what? They are involuntary celibate. They have no choice but to be celibate, right?
No, actually,
So
I call them,
how are they having sex?
Passport bros, they're the MGTO dubs. Like that's a different level. They're men going their own way. You never heard of that?
Right. Oh yeah.
Right. That's what a passport bro. They're like, oh well, we're just gonna go to these other lands and take our menial funding and make it $10,000 rubles and look fancy.
Yeah.
Like, and again, I'm just saying, like, when they spin the block, they checking to see if you're stupid. It's not about, oh, it's just so easy. They check, like, again, you just have to decide how stupid you want to be. If it's worth the
Just an FYI.
That's a good point. That's a good point. Is it worth the stupid?
Guys like to spend the block a lot more than the women do, though. We need to remember
Right.
that, right?
That's what I was thinking
They
too.
always, especially the ones that had children with somebody, they sit back and be like, "Hey, boo," or "What's up, big head? How you doing?" And I'm
They
gonna
don't like sharing.
I'm gonna say this right now.
I hate Queen.
Be clear, my daughter's father hit me up 2 weeks ago talking about, and I was like, "Do you know who you're talking to? I haven't nothing since 1998. Who you think you are?" And we're in 2024. So
Listen,
it's
hold on. Let me.
But I said that though. He's saying what I
super chat.
He basically checking to see if you stupid. I just said that.
Let me get the super chat. Let me get the super chat out, ladies. Hold on. I got a super chat. We got a super chat. We got a super chat from Marriage, Politics, and Sports with the $5 super chat. Greatly appreciate you. It says, sister, men know the women who are more suitable to his charm. Susceptible. Sorry, I'm subliminal tonight. Whatever. All right, that is much easier than breaking in a new one. Now, let me explain what this means. Right. The reason why I'm going to say that I'm right and y'all are wrong. Men do not get it like y'all think we do. I'm looking at a stat right now. Between the ages of 18 and 30, 1 in 3 men are sexless, right? The men that you guys tend to look at, on average, those guys are the ones that's clapping all the cheeks. And the reason why he's doing that is because just like you're attracted to him, there's 30, 40 other women that's attracted to him. But most men aren't. So it's not that easy for us to get the box like you think. I can't just walk outside and get 10 women as you could walk outside and pull 10 men just from saying hi. We can't. So with that being said, it's much easier for us to spin the block and come around to know guaranteed sex tonight, as opposed to going to some women and saying, "May I please have sex with you tonight?" unless I'm paying for it.
But susceptible to his charm is basically what I said when he comes to check and see if you're still stupid. Like, I mean, like, it's really, he just said it nicer. I'm not that nice. I'm a good person.
He said it in the way I meant it too. So it was both sides could be true, right? Two sides of that coin could be true, right? So I got another super chat. My guy is empty in the bank account tonight, he says. And DMT is absolutely correct. Men are not in control of the sexual market. Women are.
Okay, so to that point, I agree with what he's saying, but at the same time, it still goes back to y'all get a lot of hot twat, because in 2024, a lot of the standards have changed in reference to maybe not us on this chat, but how, you know, some women is out there throwing it and y'all got the catches, man, and y'all catching it. You feel what I'm saying? Like the standards are totally different now. It's not the whole let's cover up, you know, let's not show this, let's not give that. It's like, listen, I got it. Do you want it?
Mm-hmm.
And they'd be like,
That's what
yes,
it's about.
please. Yes, and thank you.
And they paying for it to fly out of the country and all, you know, everything for it.
Honey,
I mean, they're going extra lengths.
they
Yeah.
hitting Monica notes.
They want
I'm really-
international.
my thing is like, who? I'm not
Okay,
really sure
they
who was
going
going
to
to the huh?
They going to get it.
I'm sorry, what
What
you
are y'all
said?
talking
Go ahead,
about?
go ahead, Big Box.
No, I was just saying, like, you know, I guess stupid is as stupid does. Because I mean, me as a woman, I'm not gonna pay for a guy to fly out of the country to sleep with him, sleep with me, when I can just be like, hey, okay, you just come knock on the door and you know whatever.
That
See
part.
you next time or whatever.
But
You know,
But I
we're
do.
not looking at other factors too, though, because
Okay.
men also are on dating sites and their percentage is higher than women. So remember,
'cause they're
to some of
predators.
them, that's like an easy
Because they
trying
play the numbers.
to.
Because they play the numbers. If you play the lotto 100
Did you say the P word, kid?
I said y'all play the numbers.
oh, that was me.
Oh, boombox.
I'm just saying.
I know I'm
because
a little
a lot of
loose.
guys are on there hunting. They're hunting.
Yes.
In most cases, they're not looking for in most cases, they're not really looking for actual relationship. They're just on there hunting. And but then they get on there and then
I'm gonna have to agree with you with that. I agree
the
with that.
wrong way because they're still willing to pay. So now you became a trick.
Right.
I'm a trick. Okay.
Right.
Well,
Yeah. Men are
it ain't
tricks.
tricking if you got it.
Men are tricks. But let me read this super
It
chat.
is.
Let me get this super chat, y'all. Let me get this super chat
You
again.
on it tonight.
Politics and sports. Says most women want the top 15 to 10% of dudes. The 2s, 10s all want the top men, which is very, very true, which is why we have such a hard time getting the bots, why we need to spin the block.
I feel like I just wanted to touch on the woman's side in the sense of why women may spin the block. Now, we've talked about before how, you know, body counts is a thing. You know, there are men that will sit there and be like, you better not be in the double digits or whatever. And respectability is a part of it, et cetera, you know? So I think when it comes down to women spinning the block, I do think it falls down to the fact that they don't want to add to their body count. Like, they like, listen, we just gonna have to spin this block. Like, we gonna have to hit this thing off because I'm not trying to get up in the double digits or
Especially
we're not
if the
trying to
sex
get
is good.
That part.
Right.
exactly. If
That's
it,
what I
I
was
mean,
gonna
if
say.
it you knocking it right, then you know you gonna be like,
Look, I'm gonna tell you, look, and you know what? You ain't lying.
I've done that.
Look, because I have a rule. I don't cheat, but I cheat back, right? So if I'm gonna cheat back, I'm gonna cheat back with something that was knocking it back. Like, you understand what I'm saying? I'm not going to cheat. Here's the thing: I'm not gonna go and find something new to cheat with, and then I have to run the risk that it's trash.
That is
I'm going
trash.
to where
Why
I
am I
know
gonna
that
do
there's
that?
that was already hoping that you fucked up. They was hoping, please mess
Yo,
up.
y'all, I'm gonna get my blue cap. I'm gonna get my blue cap for all y'all.
Okay, go
I
ahead.
can
We're
prove it,
talking
though.
while
I
you
don't know
talking.
what
Give
you
me one
talking
second.
about.
Let me get my blue
You
cap.
can get
Hold
your
on.
blue cap, but I can prove it.
No,
What's the
no,
blue cap?
that's
They
actual
really
facts
bad.
right
I
there.
can prove
Most
it.
women ain't
That's
trying to
very
be
true.
having
I love when
having
somebody
new
go get the
new
cap.
people
cap.
all up
I
on.
can prove this. Like, this is.
I'm
You
gonna
know,
agree. We do spin the block, especially when we know it's good. We know that we don't have to talk to you all the time. When we need that tune up, when we start to act a little crazy, like, oh man, I'm not
Yeah.
feeling. We just go ahead and get this right here. right? We won't do it with, like you said, a random new person unless we
Right.
want to, because we are taking a risk of the it being trash.
Trash. Who got time for
We
that?
want to know, like when we get knocked off, it is good. We know we can go like, oh, this done hit me off.
Look, put me between the washer and the dryer, okay? Like, why is we playing these games? I'm not
Hold
playing.
on,
these
hold
games.
on.
I need
Hold
to
on,
go.
hold on.
Now
So-
I want that
Be
old
tight.
thing. Like, what you mean? I'm gonna spin
Yo,
the block
so
like I'm doing donuts.
let's play an episode of Mingo Calls Cap.
Okay.
Do y'all feel as if you guys are the average ladies of today's time?
No.
Average.
No, because it
So-
depends on our age range. Because everybody at different age ranges are slightly different depending on your age. You may not do everything the same.
Correct.
So
That's really generational stuff.
So-
culture.
I don't know what that even means because I know some 40, 50-year-old hoes outside right now
What?
living it up.
I mean, if that's what they do, I mean, that don't.
Do that because she enjoys pleasure. That's what we're not
Right,
gonna
that's
do.
what I was
Now
about to say.
listen, I'm not taking away from what she,
Okay.
I'm not taking away from
And
what
she
she
a
might enjoy.
sexologist. She know what she
I'm not
speaks.
She said,
listen, listen. I'm not taking away from what she may enjoy, but let's not put an age gap on it, right? These women today are not sitting down saying, I need to spin the block. For the most part, their body counts are well into the hundreds, way past most men, because they could do it. They could do it. Do you guys not
don't know
look at the
nobody with no
internet?
That's not an
These
average. That is
girls-
not
crazy.
an average
No,
woman.
that's
I'm sorry.
crazy.
No,
Average
that's
for
not
Comment-
average. That's not
comment
below. That is
section.
well
and
above.
100 their body count is
Somebody
No
Google it.
woman, no woman
That's
is
a lot.
reaching for that body
oh,
count.
porn ain't even got hundreds.
No woman.
God, they
No
could
mature
collect
woman.
hundreds in years. Not
No
I
woman
think
is
y'all are being
acceptable.
very anecdotal. You guys are
Absolutely not.
looking
That
within to say,
That is
I'm not like that.
Nightcrawler's numbers. That is
No,
Nightcrawler's
now,
numbers. I
now,
cannot.
GMC, we're not going to do that with me because you know the one thing I do is I'm very logical and I'm very separate. I can separate me from whatever.
Sometimes.
Yeah,
Sometimes.
but that
My
is
butt
that.
crack. You know I
said
actually can do that. Like, nah, we're not playing that game. I'm telling you,
You got to be
Oh,
more
right.
realistic than that. I mean,
right? Like you.
maybe
you-
I'm tripping or
Who are
something.
y'all
But
talking? Yo,
100,
comment section. Talk to me. Talk to me. Help me out with this one. Because these girls today are letting it loose. And they're
right?
very
You watch
vocal.
how a person move.
They're very vocal with being raised by, as we said before, the sexy reds of the world. Those type of women are raising our young. So by the time these women get your age, where do you think their body count is going to be? Where everyone is so liberated in just...
It's like saying little
Reach-
Kim raised us. That's not necessarily true. Like,
But back when there was a little Kim, there was also a female rapper that combated that, right? Today, it's all that.
Well,
okay. So
Huh?
what you saying that, right? What you saying that the sexy red is raising the kids now, but
She ain't raising mine.
well, mine is grown, but my thing is this: who's allowing that? Because then that's what you're saying as the parent is the one that's allowing that child to listen to the sexy reds. So is sexy red allowing them to be that way, or is that parent allowing their child to listen to sexy red
Right.
so they can interpret that? But if you're not having that sexual conversation with your children, and you can actually have that conversation age appropriately, no matter how old they are, we have to remember that you can start having those conversations. It does not make a difference what the template is. You can make it age appropriate. So why are you having them listen to that? Like,
So why, the question is, Noni,
I have a question. Like,
hold on, real quick.
What was that last comment? Like,
let me get it.
what state statistics? What the hell does that mean?
He's just saying, look at the statistics, right? Because the statistics show you how.
But
I'm guessing if
statistics
I'm
aren't
correct,
always
yeah,
real.
Right now.
Major, you got to be talking about how these women are talking about their body counts out here. But let's look at this right now.
That's still not the average.
Well, hold on one second. Let me address what Noni said. So, Noni, I get what you're saying, right? The parents are the ones that have control of what the kids listen to a degree. Do you know that these kids are in school? And when you send your kid off to school, you cannot control what the environment is. These teachers are in their classrooms having these kids sing. Sexy Red is going to people's schools.
But
This
she
is the
gave-
problem.
she
You
went to
only
hair
can have
and hairstyle.
whatever it is. You can only have but so much control of what these kids are into unless you're homeschooling them, right? So unless you're saying this is what I'm doing and I'm keeping it within. So with that being said, these women are having astronomical numbers. So by the time that they get to you guys' age, their body counts are going to be off the chain. Men don't have the same options as y'all. Trust
No.
me. I can't
Men
walk
have
outside
not
right
seen
now.
my body counts.
I'm reading right now. It
I
says men.
and I found it too. Go ahead, Jess.
It says men generally being more likely to be sexually active than women, especially as they get older. According to the CDC, 18% of males and 13% of females had ever had sexual intercourse by age 15. And by age 19, 69% of males and 68% of females had. So let's talk about them numbers then.
Okay.
Thank you, Jess.
Still not changing the fact that the majority of women are out there giving it up.
And
So,
then there's
I mean,
more
yeah,
men
but
too, though, by
you-
those
you-
stats.
to give it up, you got to be getting something too. So it's still the numbers
Yeah,
go.
but
to each
yeah.
person.
Yeah, I'm not saying y'all getting it from the same man over and over and over and over and over again.
So that's
Y'all
still
getting it
less
from the
body count,
same
though.
So how
types
does that
of-
change the
no,
body count if it's the same
no.
person?
Y'all missing the point. When I say the same person, meaning that Tom is having sex with Chrissy. He's also having sex with Shawanda. He's also having sex with Lakeisha. He's also having sex with. That's the same guy.
Okay, so
So the
his
same
body count
guy.
going
The
up.
future is clapping all of y'all cheeks. That one man, as opposed to 5 women, who's also having sex with multiple men, freely having babies and all that. Come on, this is what I'm saying. We don't have the
But
same
Future's
options
number
on
keep
average.
going up.
But what
And he
about
keeps
that's
going
one
from
man.
person to person.
What do
All
you
right,
mean? I'm so lost.
We're beating a dead rabbit right now because y'all not gonna sit here and act like men have the same options as y'all. We don't, and it's okay. That's just what it is. The men that you guys like, yes, they have a lot of options, and they have more options than y'all. Those
because
6
there's
feet,
way more women than men.
6 pack,
Of course they
6
do.
whatever, he got a lot of options. But the average Joe that's a plumber, that might have a big old belly, that's sitting here trying to do his best work, he don't have the same options as y'all. So guess what?
Well, I mean, is he in a
more
relationship or is he?
No, he's probably not, because
Spinning the
he's
block on him
probably
too.
he's probably not in a relationship, right? Because he's the
He has his
average guy
hand.
who's
I
not. He has,
understand.
yeah. So he's using that a lot, right? A lot of hand action. I'll talk to. We could do that with a sexologist. My homegirl Noni. Later, we could talk about the hand jobs and stuff, but not
Wow.
today.
Not today.
So, and
Mingo, tell us how
I
you
like this
really
point.
feel.
And these men are paying for it too. So that's another thing.
That's
The men that
okay,
don't,
but that
the men
doesn't
that
mean
don't
that
get
they
it are
bite.
paying. They're
That
paying.
doesn't mean that the woman body count, because if he's an average guy, more than likely he's spinning the block too. Because I mean, if he's that shy,
And,
Because he has no
that shy.
choice. That's
And
exactly what I
also,
just said.
you
So
do
back to
know
my
the
first.
But you were
same
saying,
Okay, so wait a minute.
question.
Let me ask you a question. I'm gonna ask a
Go
real
ahead, Kit, and then I have another question to follow that.
real question. Is it not his responsibility to make himself more desirable for the men, for the women that he wants to seek out? Why is it that all of a sudden, oh, this average man isn't getting any buns, and that's because everyone wants to hump Tom? Well, shouldn't his goal to be like try to orbit or try to figure out what Tom has done to make himself more marketable? Why is it that it's our fault because we like marketable and things that make our, another regions tingle? Why is it that everybody wants us to go be with Walmart Jake? No one wants to be with Walmart Jake Warren ass with his fucking
Friend named Jake that works at
With his,
Walmart.
with his blue vest, somebody want to be with Walmart
Named
Jake.
Jake that works at
They
Walmart.
like his blue vest. It's
Hold on.
Jake
Hold
can go,
on.
but
My
Jake
friend is watching the show tonight. Let's not talk, Jake. Don't listen to that.
I was talking
Don't
about
listen.
Sorry, Jake. We
Jake.
was
It's
playing
all
with
right.
you.
cool, Jake. I was talking about the State Farm Jake, not you, Jake. It's cool. But
Right.
You said
He's
Walmart,
not
Jake.
doing the blue vest, we're doing the
Either
red
one.
shirt.
If Jake,
either
if
way,
Jake, your friend Jake is not up to par, because y'all do like to address that too.
Jake can flip his
Jake
life
not up
and
to
turn
par.
into Jay. Jay can actually make himself more marketable for the women, for women.
He
Period.
needs to make
You know what I'm
himself
saying?
more marketable.
So
Y'all
let me
got
tell y'all. Let me tell y'all about Jake.
supposed
Let
to
me tell
hump
y'all
it.
about. Let
Make
me
us
tell you
want to
about.
hump it.
Hold
Why
on, hold on,
you
kid.
got it?
Kid, I'm gonna put a bazooka to your plane.
I don't care.
Mm.
Listen, listen. Walmart Jake. We're not talking about you. We're talking about State Farm Jake, right? So State Farm Jake.
No, we
The
haven't.
reason why he is not as marketable, right, is because he doesn't want to be as marketable. He might be fine with using his hand. Believe it or not, a lot of men are those guys. They understand where they stand in the marketplace. They
Okay, so what we talking
understand
about
that
then?
this.
And what's the argument for
Wait,
that?
she's talking about no.
They don't
You're
want to be
no.
choice. They don't want to be
you-
bothered
Oh,
with the person too. We marketable too, but we don't
why
want
I'm saying is that you guys, because even the most unattractive women can sleep with the high majority of men. The most unattractive man is not getting no buns.
You said he didn't
That's
want
Let's
to.
not act like.
That's not true.
But that's what I'm saying. So he's fine because he knows.
women, and because he's unattractive, the first thing a woman thinks, oh, he don't got nobody else, because I got him and he not looking
Yeah,
good.
because
But you
I
want
know
to
this
switch-
girl.
that
I
person-
hit a light ugly guy.
Slave is married, okay? Slave
down.
is married.
He knocking down and he's sitting
And
back.
little Kim were arguing over cock-eyed Biggie, okay?
Facts.
Biggie had an eye that was talking to everybody else, and then he was still talking to people over
And
here.
Biggie said himself that he
Biggie was a rich
You there, wrong.
man.
Before,
You cannot use.
before he
You
was
cannot use
he was
Biggie.
before he was rich, he was selling drugs to feed his daughter that he had before he was rich. Somebody was still humping his cockeyed self before he had bread. That's
So
how
he
he
had
had the
that-
first kid. So
But he
what
had
do you
charisma
mean?
though.
They
He did
wound
have
up
charisma.
exactly.
Thank you,
They had
Boombox.
someone
Y'all
that
are
had
talking about
they
the.
had something marketable that
Charisma.
made him more than his cockeye. They could see past the cockeye. Okay,
Yeah.
they was like, you know what?
They
babe?
saw his heart.
Like
Gotta
this.
have some flavor.
Saw his
Flavor
heart.
and get yeah.
You do this, baby. I can still see
No,
you.
you think about Flavor of Love when the show
It's on
Flavor of Love.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
I'm just saying.
As a
We-
wife,
And
right
we had
now.
New York wanting to spin that block so many
Alright,
times,
alright,
begging for that
alright.
roast with them
Hold
dudes.
on, hold on.
Make yourself
I
more
hear
How
comfortable.
she did
five.
that.
Hold on. I hear 5 women talking at the
Make
same
yourself marketable.
time.
Oh,
I
God.
can't even hear myself think right now.
Because you got on the wrong hat.
Who am I?
Come on, calm down, honey. We don't want your blood pressure getting high. Calm down. Calm down. That's all right. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth.
Listen to
Relax.
this one. One mic, please, because it makes for a bad show. So, with that being said, you guys are talking about a man with charisma, swag, and then to build himself to get money, right? Not every man is going to be that, just like not every girl is going to be high on that marketplace as well. So we could say, should she lose weight? No, we can't say that same woman can't get better results in the bedroom than that man. We can't, if y'all are saying that right now, I need to go to bed. Because that means you guys are not living in reality. Reality is women have a better option to get that than us men. It is what it is.
No, nobody's
This,
talking
this,
about me.
this is why, no, but hold on, let me finish. So this is why Jake from State Farm can now go, really, if he did have sex with a woman, he's going to have to probably spin the block because it's convenient for him, back to the original topic, because it's not as easy for that average Jake from State Farm to get the box. So he's going to have to go back to Keisha again. Because Keisha gave it up easy. Yes.
Jake from
I'm gonna need you
State
not to
Farm,
do the
he can
dramatic
code
pauses,
switch,
though.
first of all.
Hmm.
Y'all judging him.
You can't be doing dramatic pauses, babe, because
He
then
can
he thinks
code
you finished and you're not.
No, what I'm saying is,
Y'all
yeah,
hating on
we got to be real, right? We got to be real. Let's stop acting like men have all of these options, the average man. really, like he said earlier, women look at the top percentage of men, and that's fine.
It's
It's
not
hyperbole. It has to be.
Okay, we got a
Has to
super
be
chat.
thing. We got a super chat. We got a super chat. My man, hate the basement.
What up,
is in
man? It's taken.
building. He says, GMT, hold it down. These ladies are ready to box.
You know how
I already know. One more time.
Not me. I'm a lover, not a
One more
fighter.
time.
I don't do that.
But I mean, okay,
I have
so
to
if
lose
we're
my
saying,
cat for this one.
I could
okay,
feel.
if you're saying that the average guy is not getting it like that, right? The average. And then, but what about the average woman? Because you asked initially about the average woman. And usually she's not getting it like that. She's overlooked more than the average guy, if you ask me. Because she's not taking care of, she doesn't keep herself.
How average are you talking about? Because that sounds like a below.
Well, that's what I
five
asked
is
you.
average.
You never answered. So
Okay.
I'm just assuming.
I think that but I just said that the average.
On the
But
calculation.
I just said that
your calculation.
my calculations was that the average woman gets it easy, right? It's easier for her to get it. Now, if we're talking about the below average woman, right? You're talking about the woman that is not keeping up with
What is a
hygiene.
below average woman? I need to understand that because you talking about the average woman, then you talking about the below average.
Yeah, that's so I'm saying
Yeah.
the average man, like
We
whatever
all
your
have-
calculation of the average
Well, we
man.
talk about, okay, so let me explain average to below average to above average, right?
Yes,
Would you say that most, now we talking about only on the dating plate. You could be a 10 in your mind all you want, and to all your friends, your homegirls, your mama, your sister, your brother, you could be a 10 all day, right? But on the dating market, right? When you're outside dating and the way men look at you, usually it's the results that you get with the men that's around you. So are those men on average choosing you, right? Or are they choosing maybe the model looking chick? As we would say, she's a 10. She's above average. Maybe she's an 8, 9, or whatever. Average, we say, she's just an average girl. She's the roundabout girl. She might be cute. I like her. She gets married more often than even the above average woman. Now, the below average woman is the woman that completely not taking care of herself, right? Her teeth might be, she don't look like she go to the dentist. She's overweight to the point, there's nothing, she don't even do her hair. She just goes outside and whatever. She presents herself to men.
But that's the same
below
description that
average.
you gave for the average man, though.
No.
You
So
said he had
how
a
is
big
she
belly.
below
Listen,
average?
most average men have bellies. I got a belly. Most average men have bellies. When I say below average man, he's the guy that you guys would consider non-productive, right? He don't make no money. He living with his mama and he's 40, 45. He's the below average man. He's dusty. He don't, his breath is horrible. He got gingivitis and plaque. And you guys do not even want to talk to him. He is the below average
You
man.
don't
There's
think they be
average.
intermingling?
Why we gotta have gingivitis and plaque?
You sure? I think they be intermingling. I be seeing some kids, and they be having the cutest kids too. But I be seeing some intermingling.
Tell them, Jess.
She said they be
You see some of the-
intermingling. I know that's right.
You see some of the
I agree though, because and those babies be cute too.
They do be cute. They
Look,
be having 8 lives and everything. They be having good hair.
Zendaya is a very lucky young lady. She is beautiful because
who's Zendaya?
Zendaya,
the actress.
She was in
singing a little bit.
and
She was in Dune.
She was in Euphoria. Really good show.
Yeah, she's in lots.
She said somebody is knocking a boots with gummy Johnny.
I can't think of the name.
Yes.
I'm
Yes,
just
that's exactly right.
like, cause you know.
So when you
I've
say she's lucky,
literally
why is she
seen a
lucky?
woman
What's
with
going
steak breath, brown all around her teeth, and she has been married and divorced because she wanted to be divorced and had kids.
But let me try to tell you
she
something.
built like a bottle of bleach. So I think it.
But you're still proving my point. because those guys that I'm talking about, they usually hermits. We call them, as Kit said, incels. They're involuntary celibate. They have no choice. They're not out there getting no play, no burn. But as you say, big body bleach chick that you just mentioned, she's still married. She could still get a man, have kids, and then choose to break up with her man because someone at her job gave her attention.
I'm sure
Well, I do
he's
have
one
a
of them
question,
big
though.
belly, no tools, having ear wax, Jerry
Wow, that's a
curl
He's
lot.
guys
paying.
too.
He's paying for box. He's
Okay,
paying
it's
for box.
something that I'm listening to what you're saying. I'm observing and I'm listening. Everything
You believe in
mentioned-
it, right?
No, everything you're saying is you spoke
Just
everything on superficial, from average, below average, above average. Everything has been superficial. Superficial. That has there's nothing, there's no substance, there's no meat. It's very superficial. It's all on the outside. Because you know what? You got the
We
average
judge
person.
you off your outside.
Yeah, people are judged off their outside. That's the first time they see them, is judged on the outside. And then once you have a conversation, now you can put them in different spaces. So you need to tell me, so I'm automatically going to be judged because I'm a plus size person and I'm not a 10 model. So I'm going to be considered below average because
Not below average. You might be average. You could be a big girl and be average. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Some men are. It depends on how big they are. But some men are okay. Oh, one second, Bye. I got.
You made
Some men might
like
be
20 times just a while ago.
Some men are okay with big women, and it's fine. Big women get married all the time. It's not about being big. It's everything. It's everything else that I. It's not everything. It's everything else that I said that went along with the big. Morbidly obese women. Yeah, I'm sorry. The average man is going to look at her and say, "No, I'm good. I'm straight." Just like
you've seen a lot of episodes of 600 Pound Life now. You know they be with somebody.
But no, what I'm saying, like I said, with women, right? It's easier. But when I talk about the average man, it's not. And then let's I mean the below average man, it's not. And then let's keep it real. As if men are not very visual. We judge you strictly off of how you look. And if I'm not attracted to you the moment babe, when I met you, what was the first thing I told you I saw? I looked at her Facebook. We that
you saw that body, yada, 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 yada. The face card is not that fine.
It was MySpace. It was MySpace.
Not
I
MySpace.
saw her.
It was.
What's the music?
What's in your top 5?
You have the music on your profile.
Oh, she was number one.
It was I Got a Big Ego. That was like one of my favorite songs right there.
That whole album hit.
And I looked at her and I said, God damn. And I went all in. But best believe if she was somebody I wasn't attracted to, it could be the same exact woman, same personality, same everything. I wouldn't even have got to know that. It is what it is. That's how men are.
They are. Men are very visual.
And then I saw him with that big t-shirt and them big jeans, and I was like,
Damn.
that's my forever.
Damn. Big t-shirts and jeans.
Right? Them young
He had the
don't-
long white t-shirt.
But no,
I was on my New York shit.
men are very visual. They are. They do see that. That's their first automatic. That's what they do look at. That's why they say in the bedroom, that's what men are attracted to. They want to see you sexy. You have to be sexy to them. And some women are offended by that. But when you think about that, you have to look at, okay, so what do I personally want to attract? Because you say we like to spin the block. Now, I'm not going to spin the block around with somebody that I'm not attracted to as a man. I'm not going to do that. I might have that one good that I might be like, you know what? He get on my nerves, but I know he could lay it down a little bit. So we do think about that. To me, that's the difference. A lot of guys, they may not think about that. Because I know some that would be like, yo, I'm spinning the block because I can spin the block. Because I know, like we said earlier, how stupid we're going to be that day. I know I got 5 that I can spin the block with.
Right.
They have that 1, maybe 2. But us as women, we won't just give our bodies to anybody. multiple people at one time. We may be like, oh,
Sometimes.
Most
Some of
women
y'all.
won't
Most
do that.
women.
We'll say
Most.
put on a
Average.
big
Let's
most.
just stick with that
Yeah.
word.
Some.
The
Most
average
women
don't
will
lie.
not-
It really does show that most women have at least 7 partners by the time they're 30. That I don't think that's a lot. 7 is all right. 7 is actually the number of complete.
7 is a lot.
If you're sexually active,
7.
7.
By the
That's a
time
lot.
you're
7
30,
is not a lot, not to the
Seven.
150 that
Oh,
you gave us.
Not,
yeah, because
not to,
you
to
just
not,
say, oh my
not-
gosh, 150?
people. Like what? Who
He
is
said that was
doing
the
that?
average
A porn
female.
star?
That's why I said 100 is astronomical. Now 7, it's a lot.
I don't know.
Anyway,
Lady.
so my question, because I do have a question, I feel like it can kind of wrap this thing up in a bow. Should we spin the block? Not necessarily on a sexual tip, because we talk heavily about sex, right? When it comes to relationships, do you feel like it makes sense to spin the block? To sit down and be like, okay, I was in a relationship with this person, it didn't work out for whatever reason, et cetera, and now the opportunity presents itself. Because we seen how this whole thing with Nelly and Ashanti happened. Nelly was apparently some type of womanizer, cheats, does what he does, and now he come back 12 years later and said, I'm gonna do everything, I'm gonna be your forever. And she was like, oh my god, ooh baby, and she said, gave him a baby and all that. You know what I'm saying? So maybe, now she got her forever, she got her fairy tale. So is it worth spinning the block? Should we spin the block?
May I answer
I'm gonna
that?
let somebody else answer. Yes.
Of course.
I would say generally no. If there isn't a good reason, more so like it's something that you prayed about and God has confirmed to you that that's where you should go. And I only say that because I learned the hard way. I kept the hope for love. I kept the hope for, well, maybe he's gonna get it right this time. Baby, this is like the 15th, 78th time, so I've done that with more than one person. And when I know that I was already taught to not go back, because why didn't you get it right the first time? Let's talk about that. Let's think about that. What is it that happened between us to whereas we're no longer apart as to why you couldn't get it right the first time? Was it me? Was it you? And now with what you're presenting to the new table, are you like those things that we had issues with? Have you changed? You want to be the leader. Are you able to be the leader? Because when you are leading, are you following God? Because that's the only way that I can then follow you. So am I seeing a change? Am I seeing it being worth it and me giving you a second chance? But generally, I would say no, unless it's something, like they really change in ways that's going to best benefit you, as well as have you prayed about it?
So Carrie, let me ask you a question. I want to ask you a question on that, Carrie.
We let heart lead us, but we have a mind. We have a brain for a reason. The heart is dumb. Dumb.
So can I ask you a question on that, right? You say that unless the man has actually soul checked, because honestly, I truly believe that men spin the block more than women do. My personal beliefs on that, right? I do believe what y'all said.
Half the time we
yeah. Well, I wouldn't say that, but I believe men spin the block more than often, right? And when we do, and you guys choose us, the question I have to what you said, right? How do you know that this man has changed without giving him time and time again? And that's where I see like a lot of women. Now I know I asked the question, but I'm still talking my shit. Right? How do you know time and time again that this man has truly changed while you gave yourself to him time and time again to figure out if he's changed?
So how do you know? You keep your legs closed. Because what ends up happening is we meet and we re-meet and we re-encounter your representative over and over again. So you show me what it is you want me to see until you get what you want. But to whereas if I just slow down just a little bit and tell my hot twat, hey, we have to chill just for a second. Give us just a second. If we have that conversation and I just kind of slow down just a little bit, keep my legs closed until you get tired of showing me your representative. Then I can see who you really are, nigga.
Mm.
And that was for me.
don't
That
get
was
a
for me.
hand clap
I'm
for
tired
that.
of getting it
That's
wrong.
good.
I want to get it right. I'm tired of getting it wrong. That was for me.
I'm gonna tell. Look,
You
I'm
go.
gonna tell you like this: a rose will make it where you can't have somebody's dusty son talking to you all kinds of sideways. I ain't got to you. I got
He
Roseanne.
says,
I got Roseanne at home. I ain't got to worry about one of your dusty sons talking to me crazy. Like, excuse me.
Well,
you
I
got
guess
all you
my
got to do is hit
question.
up Noni. She got all the things. She got all the things. Noni got all the things.
No,
I guess it depends on how you're choosing to spin the block. Everything doesn't have to necessarily come with the commitment of getting back together. If he chose, okay, we just yeah.
So why
You
we
don't.
talking? I mean, like, why would you even entertain it if you wouldn't even think about commitment?
Well, it ain't about entertaining. It ain't about entertaining. It's about, okay, you got an itch that needs scratched, and so do I. So, it's just like, okay, well, do whatever you're going to do. I'm going to do what I'm going to do. And then I see you later.
Which is why most men, Carrie, I hear what you're saying, but if a man wants to spin the block, like the likelihood is he's trying to clap cheeks. So if you're telling me you're going to keep your legs closed, I get it. Fine. Cut ties. Because this is where I do believe women have that control. You guys control sex. We don't. We don't. We have no control over that. We want it all the time. I always say this, right? Whoever wants something the most, the opposite controls it. So you knowing that you guys control that, then yeah, cut that man off. But why aren't women just doing that? Why are women getting so emotionally invested in these men that they know ain't ish?
A lot of times,
and then they keep giving themselves over and over to them.
Well, here's the thing. At it. A lot of times, social media plays a major part. The way society has changed. Let's think about how it was with 10 years ago when you were seeing somebody, dating somebody. It wasn't this whole thing on being on social media, right? So it's like, we're never going to get nothing. If a woman chooses to be single and just has fun every now and then, she's miserable, right? But in reality, that's not true. A single person could be the most happiest thing in the world, and they got that person that they can tap. Hey, sir, ma'am, I like some, So
Please, I have some more.
Yeah, exactly. So with
that,
so we need to stop this narrative that, because I'm gonna be honest, society plays a part in a lot of ways that everybody thinks now. A lot of how we think. Now, when we do, and I'm not saying everybody, I said a lot what we think, because it's, oh, you can't be in relationships. Oh, the side piece wins. The one who isn't cooking and cleaning gets the ring, and it's so much that plays into it. So if somebody does decide to go back to someone after they've been broken up and apart, that doesn't mean that they're desperate. It could be something they've seen in that person that they've seen have changed, because we all change. And I do agree, if you don't have sex, because once we do have that intimacy right there, it's like, oh, he loved me. And he didn't say he didn't love me. He just said he just wanted us to have fun, but that's not what we heard. We heard that, oh, he loved me. He want to be with me. He ready to put a ring on it. That's not what he said. He was like, let's take it slow. Let's have fun. We done picked out our wedding colors. We done picked out the house. We done moved to a whole nother thing. But that's not what he said. He said,
yeah, a lot of women definitely hear what they want to hear.
That's very true.
Know each other again.
But I think Terry touched that point in the sense of saying, like, sex can cloud your judgment. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially us as women, we're emotional creatures. And even to your point, Noni, you touched on it, where it's like, yeah, you can hear a whole lot of things that have not been said, or you're just feeling it because now the two bodies have become one, and you'll be hearing Shy in the background talking about the sun and the moon and the heavens and whatnot, and ain't none of that happened. Like, you got turned out, and now you demonetized. You just you seeing duh, you know what I'm saying, on some penis, and now like you got blinders on. So I mean, I think that's why it's really important that if you are going to spin the block, if the block is going to be spun, yes, put that man on a little bit probation. You gonna have to work for this thing. You know what I'm saying? You have to put some time and work in. And I'm gonna just leave it
So
there.
I actually want to even bring like a psych twist to it, because you got to think about attachment styles as well. There are some people whose attachment styles, like they're codependent types, trauma bonding types, and all that. So they will attach themselves and they just can't be alone. You know, so those are things where you got to
Like
kind
a
of
serial
assess for
relationship.
yourself. Like, you know, those are the ones who cannot be alone, that tend to kind of, okay, I don't care who the person is, just once I got a body there and I'm not by myself, you know?
That, and I also
Get a
know
hobby.
people, if they don't have enough, if their partner doesn't come with a level of drama or come with a level of like kick and pushback, like if they feel like their partner's too boring or it's just too easy, and it's like they can't be there. I know a chick that I swear in the time that I had an ex and hadn't had a relationship, she had like 5 different relationships, and I mean had moved from here, moved to out of state. I think she might be in Georgia now. Like, I mean, I was like, well, hot diggity damn. And she's not the only one. I know. Look, it's wild crazy about how, like you were saying, like when people attach in that way, it's like they just can't help but have someone.
That's a really good point too. That's
So
a really good
have
point.
to be in a relationship. And like I said, and sometimes that relationship even has to come with a level of toxicity. I was about to say healthy toxicity, but that's just oxymoron. I can't be comfortable with. You know, just comes with a level of toxicity that makes them feel comfortable and alive in their relationship. Like they don't even know they've had such toxic and unhealthy relationships for so long that they don't even understand how to flourish in one that doesn't include that level of drama and intake that's unnecessary. So that's a really
being afraid of being alone.
Right. And I'm like, that's
there's a lot of people that need somebody, and a lot of times it's that bed warmer. Like during the day they'll be fine because you know everybody's at work during the day. It's that when it starts to get dark outside, it's like, I know women love a little toxic. We do sometimes, just a little bit. I'm just a little bit.
I only take my toxic in the bed.
But it's one of those things, it's during the day, you could be perfectly fine. And that's someone with attachment styles. They know during the day, they're good because they're at work. But once it's time, that 5 o'clock, and it's like, oh, I'm home alone. Who can I run to? Who bed? Who can be in my bed? Because I don't.
Bed is empty space.
Yeah, but if we really want to be honest, that really has more to do with them not being able to be with themselves.
Yep.
Right.
In their own thoughts.
I'm amazing company for me. You know what I'm saying? And I go out by myself, and I can be cute, and I can have the most amazing time. A lot of people, once you have to be able to be comfortable with being with yourself. You should never be alone, because you should be your best company. Anything else to that should be an additive, should be a bonus. Right. And a lot of people haven't learned how to be comfortable with themselves in a way that allows them to be comfortable in being by themselves. Alone shouldn't equal lonely. And that's the major thing. A lot of people assume that because you're single.
And I do
Can we keep it real?
That's not the case.
I do. So one of my saying is, into me I see before I could be intimate with my mate. So I need to have intimacy with myself. And people automatically think intimacy is sex. Baby, if you look up intimacy, it's not just sex, okay?
You gotta just sex.
Yourself.
That's why Biggie was Kim was attracted to Biggie.
Because it was the intimacy they had. It was that it's that feeling. Yo, I have amazing intimacy with myself. I take myself out on dates. I enjoy being by myself. I love cuddling in my bed. I don't need that extra person. I want that person, but I do need that person. And when I need that person and want that person, I want to make sure it's a need and a want together. I need you the same way you need me, and I want you the same way you want me.
So can I ask y'all a question? Let me ask y'all a question.
You can't ask
y'all
me
a question along these
your
lines.
hat over.
Yes, I'm gonna. No, because I still hear cap. I hear hints of cap in this, right? So let me ask you a question, right? Let me ask y'all a question. Why are y'all acting like this? There's not gonna come a point that's, you know, I hear dating yourself and finding yourself and loving yourself and
I don't like that
being
song.
in the bed. And
Watch
I got my Rose, and I got my
Rose Samuel will save your life.
Rose Samuel. I got Rose Samuel. You know what I'm saying? I got my plastic dickies all over the place.
Oh,
right?
God.
I get it.
Oh, wait,
I
whoa,
get it.
whoa, whoa. Who said that?
I
We
get it.
went too far.
Cap.
We don't went too
get it.
far. Ain't nobody said they had the golf
Well, what's the question?
Like, we went too far.
So my question is this, ladies. Why are we not acting like there's going to be a very soon point after you had all of that self-love that you yourself is going to require some intimacy? You
Well, that's
yourself
what I
is
was
going to
thinking, so
require
that's why I said what I
sex.
said.
And the rose is not going to cut it forever.
No,
Right?
that's not what I was saying.
But
The
you
role
will
wasn't
want
to cut
healthy.
it forever.
You
The
want
roles
healthy.
was so that you're not just giving yourself to anybody out of
Right,
convenience.
right.
You're allowing yourself to be able to have that release that you need in that moment, but still being able to not go out in the world and just be like, you know, what's convenient, spinning the block for something that you know that you
Right.
should be spinning the block to. It just makes it where we not out here giving up the buns to some of you dusty ass
Just-
sons.
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it makes it where we're being more responsible with the
It's
vagina.
safe. It's safer too.
Monologues than dialogues. Sometimes
And then
I mean,
what about
y'all
this
had your
comment? What
hand.
about
Why
this
y'all
comment?
hating on the rose?
Sometimes we allow
Because-
dialogue to happen with the wrong person. When you have a vagina monologue, it makes it where we can talk to y'all because your eyes are up here.
Let's talk. Well, let me ask it. Let me ask the sexologist this question. Is this a fact that a woman can get overstimulated by using sex toys?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. So this is the part that people don't understand, and I think it's a general thing. So especially if you are I don't know if I can say this on air, but our clitoris, if you overstimulate your clitoris too much, you desensitize it.
Yes.
Just like when you do not use the precious tool of your vulva, it does tend to wear down and go out. And that's what people don't realize. So when you do have these individuals that be like, I haven't had, in 15 years, their doctor will tell them that they need stimulation because it does, it does, it falls apart. You can, yes, you can.
Like, my seat.
Yes. Yes.
My vulva fell on the floor.
What do you mean by it fell apart?
Let me put it back
You
up.
don't use it. You
My
lose it.
vulva's on the floor.
Hey,
You don't use it, you lose
learn
it.
foreign language. You don't use it, you
You lose it. That saying is real. A lot of people don't realize that. That's a real statement. And if you really have a real relationship with your gynecologist will tell you that. Your gynecologist will tell you that.
Make sure you exercise all your muscles, ladies.
All your muscles.
All your muscles.
Clap it.
Make sure
Using
you
a toy you can actually, because what happens is if you're using your toy so much, right? And then you and then you're with a partner, it'll take you forever to get stimulated because
if at all.
you're used to that physical touch. You don't know what that is. You know mechanics. You just know mechanics. Because you turn that buzz on, you
Then
put
it's gonna get the job done.
It's called a set it and forget it.
You still need to use lubrication. We need to remember you still need lubrication. It don't matter how wet you get, you still need
Ooh.
that lubrication.
Listen, this is what me and my wife is gonna be doing tonight.
Wrap you in
Good job. Good job.
my warm embrace,
Uh-uh.
and I make it last forever, babe. I catch a glimpse of heaven when you.
All right.
I cannot. It was the slow rock. What? You was looking like a real unk. Somebody gonna start calling you unk real soon, okay? Don't do that again.
But no, like Noni is like absolutely on point, and you definitely want to make sure that just like anything else, you want to use it responsibly. Like like I know of some stories.
Why you say responsibly? Like don't vibrate and
Shit,
drive.
that
Like
sound
what?
like it was a whole weapon.
Oh
I mean, by
God.
Don't vibrate
I
drive,
mean,
guys. Don't use
That
it.
is a real statement.
So you could be out and just you just want to be careful. If you want to have the remote control in your hand, you want to have
That's what I was about to say. They
Well,
had
if
that little
you
remote
pass your
control.
periods, that's on you.
That's
Yeah.
too much.
Like, I say use it responsibly. I meant like don't overuse it to cause stimulation, so that if you happen to get some cunnilingus and now you don't even know if you're married or not because you can't feel nothing because you're just thinking like I could be on level 2 at home and be done in about I'd be done in time to watch
Level
an episode of my show.
2.
So
Yeah, it's levels to it.
There's levels to this.
There is a
Put that
lot of
comment up.
levels,
Put
and
that
depending
comment
on
up.
what you're using.
What, Jess?
This one?
Mhm.
It says if you are not a whole without a partner, you will never be whole with one.
Come on, who is this preaching in here?
Matthew trying not to be light skinned today. You better.
Oh no, that wasn't Matt.
No,
That wasn't Matt.
that
That
was
wasn't
Matt.
Matt.
I'm so sorry.
Preach,
He
pal.
said he was
Very
lighting candles.
good. Good
Matthew said
job.
he want to light some candles.
Go on,
That's Queen's in the building right there. Just saying.
But that's a very good statement, though,
Yeah.
Very good.
Very much so.
because you do
Right.
have to learn to be okay.
And which is why, like I say, my whole channel, this whole thing that I push here is marriage, right? So I truly believe in not everybody wants to be married, and I get it. I get it, kid. I get it.
What? You
think
gonna
you don't
stop
wanna be
that
married?
shit? You
She's
gonna
gonna
stop
be
that?
barefoot and pregnant before the year is out. I believe it.
Wait, whoa,
Damn.
whoa, wait. We ain't say throw salt on my family. Like, whoa, what,
No, it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be great.
Yo, Tiara, we're looking forward to having you back on the panel next week.
The opinions of Kit do not.
We miss
listen
you,
to him.
girl.
We
miss your historical information.
Shut up.
Talk about the
Wow.
Damn.
So infidel, get her. Somebody get her.
Right? Hold on one second.
I love her.
So I know that my whole point to this channel is marriage. This is why I try to say, let's talk to these younger ladies because they would not be going through all of this spin the block and all this challenge if they just required marriage before they gave themselves up to so many different men.
That's true.
It would stop so much heartbreak if we did it. I don't know who's biblical here, right? But I think this goes beyond the Bible, right? I think this is just should be almost like
common decency.
Well, I'm gonna make somebody mad with
self-respect.
what I'm gonna say, but
shit,
Let's go Triple B.
I'm just saying, everybody, you can't have the expectations for the female or the woman to just give herself away to her husband, and if this guy is not, a virgin as well. That's
men and women are different though, Boomba.
No, that experience has to be shared together.
No, I'm
that
tired of
experience
hearing
has to
that.
be shared and accepted together. If she's gonna open her legs and this guy's not a virgin, then that moment is stolen from her. That moment is stolen from her. So unless she chooses just like, okay, well, I'm just gonna have sex because I want to experience sex, and I'm just gonna do it with whoever I want. I like this guy, so this is who I'm gonna go with. Then, that's her freedom to do that. But for the guy to have the expectation and the requirement for her to be a virgin and he's not, no, that's not acceptable.
Mm-hmm.
Were you trying to say virgin, or were you meaning like her body count gotta be
Virgin, because
real
he
low,
said
low? Like, what are you saying?
Because from what Mingo said at first, he said, "Well, we just need to be pushing for these women to be married."
No, that's not everything that I said. What I honestly did say was before your body count start climbing. Listen, I understand we live in 2020.
Well, okay, I agree with that.
Whoa, right? These women are giving it up like it's candy.
Oh Lord.
So if that's the case, why are we promoting more and more debauchery in 2024 of being as liberal as you want, open it up, slap it down, and then you expect men to look at you the same way? I'm sorry, we are different. Men do not look at women the same way when they're overly bodied. It is what it is.
What do you
is he going to marry? Okay, once he found out her body count, is he going to decide to marry her?
Yeah, believe it or not, these women are putting it. These women, yeah, we will choose not to marry you. These women are putting it on the internet. Yes.
So the body count, right? So what do you consider as a high body count for a woman in the age? Because if you are 40 plus, and let's say in 40 plus, you've had 20 men and you're 40 plus, but I'm dating a man who's 45 and he is at 75 plus. So you're not going to talk to me because I had 20 plus in 25 years, or maybe 30, depending on what age I started. But you got 75. What? Like, can you help me make that?
7.
So okay, y'all gotta let me. Y'all gotta let me get this out. Y'all gotta let me answer the question. Let me answer the question. So for a woman, right? How men look at it. All men are different, right? When it comes down to what their tolerance is. But we can't say that men are okay with women that gave their bodies to 20, 30, 40 different men. Men are not okay with that on average. There's some men that'll take it. But best believe the more and more money that a man makes, the more valuable he deems himself and his community of people deem him. He does not want to bring that woman with 40, 50 different bodies to the gala. I'm sorry.
That's just
you don't want to. It is what it is. Y'all might not like it. It doesn't feel
I'm just saying, like, I don't really know if these numbers are like right. I'm trying to overlook the numbers that you're throwing out.
I literally talked to a woman who told me she had 65 bodies, and she was in the military. She was like 28.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
This is what I'm trying to say.
I ain't know no hoes. I knew some hoes, you know.
Hold on. Some men might be okay with her 65 bodies, right? But here's the thing. A lot of men are not. But let's not keep it. Maybe some women won't like if a man had sex with 65 women, but women more than often do not judge men wholeheartedly off of how many bodies we had. Are you serious? If that was the case, these bum dudes wouldn't be having so much babies out there.
That is true.
And then if that was also on the flip side, those same women.
What you just said?
Oh, I just dropped a whole bomb and I gotta repeat it.
Basically, what you're saying, Boombox, was that men are not judged as harshly as women as it pertains to the body count. A man can have a very high body count and no woman is really averagely
double standard. No, whatever. It's a double standard. It is what it is. It's not just societal influence. There's something primal behind that as well. There's a reason why you guys would sleep with people and you got some endorphins that'll go off in you that'll make you feel in love with them. While we could just wipe ourselves off and walk on and sleep with another woman the same night. Men are wired different.
Attachment
wake up.
Issues too that you gotta dive into.
No, however y'all want to call it.
Issues going on.
However y'all want to call it, right? We can't say that it's not accepted on one end more than it is to the other. However
But
y'all
that's
want to
societal
psychologically
influence.
break it down.
Not saying it's right.
However y'all want to break it down. That's neither here nor there.
No,
It
I
is
mean
what
we
it is. We
should
living in the
unbox
world the
that
way it
too.
is, not the way y'all want it to be. Facts.
Well,
Sorry. Can't wake up.
I mean, I'm not mad at what it is. I'm just saying, like, we should unbox that too. It, like, you know, it shouldn't be okay. Like, so if we're gonna say, okay, well, what advice? You know, ladies, find out these men's body count and make sure that their number's not higher than yours.
Mm-hmm.
The likelihood
Well, I
that
bet
but
it-
is that
I
really
can
going to be a
guarantee you that women
deterrent?
wouldn't care.
That's the question is it really going to be a deterrent?
Okay,
It
so
They
You
can
find out he got 50 dudes,
This is,
50 women that he done, you know, sorry, my
No,
whatever.
he
You know
said
what I
that
mean.
right.
50
He
chicks that he
said
done
that.
laid out, spread eagle for, she, all of that, whatever. And yet when he laid the pipe for you, he hit every crevice for you and just screaming for the Lord.
no,
You
it
gonna spin a
can be
block on
though.
him. You're not gonna be like, oh no. Let me think about all the
I'm
50
saying based
women that he
on, I'm
done
based
laid
on
out. You're not gonna do
based
that.
on the advice. He's saying what we should be telling these younger women. I mean, yeah, we probably have done that, but moving forward, like the advice that we're supposed to be pushing out
To the babies.
should be to find out what these guys' body count is, because they're doing the same thing. They're trying to find out your body count and they're judging you based on what you've done in your past. It's not for who they see you are right now, what your credentials are, or how you look. How you look is how you got approached, but you need to still have, you know, some decency behind
So boom,
that body count
boombox.
and also carry yourself.
So there's a lot of truth in what you're saying, and I don't knock it. I do believe that women need to talk to women more, 100%. But what I'm trying to say is this, right? In most cases, men care about your past. I don't care if you're going to be a doctor, a lawyer, a scientist in the future, especially if I'm going to be the one taking care of the home. I want to know that I have a respectful, well-mannered, she carried herself well before me. She made herself a wife before I married her.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's what matters to men. What you guys care more about, on average, is a guy's future, where he's going. What's your aspirations? Where do you want to be? I don't want no bum. I don't want no scrub. I don't want a man sitting around the house not doing nothing. What are you doing to build me a future? That's called
But that's
nesting.
not all that
Women
women
do
care
that.
about, though.
But
They
no,
care
not
about how
saying
you
all,
represent
right?
them too.
Right. And I can still have 50 bodies and represent you well, because I don't care about none of those 50 bodies that I had. I love you, and I'm
What I
but
will say about them
sometimes
bodies though, ain't
sometimes the
nobody
men
trying to run into them bodies though. Ain't nobody trying to be like, oh, we just went to the deli and I'm trying to order my, you know, my egg and cheese on the roll. And it's like, hey, oh my gosh, like, oh my gosh.
And
Nobody's
if you're
trying to run
saying
into
that, then
your
that's,
own.
and if you're
Because you was
saying
a
that,
hump.
then
Just
Tiara,
saying.
that's why body counts matter to men. Because if you can say, why does body counts matter? And then Dion could turn around and say the same thing in reverse. We don't want to run around in grocery stores and be like, oh my God, yo, I remember 2 months ago when I was clapping them cheeks. It's the same thing.
Right.
We get
But
that.
y'all don't have a
I mean,
problem.
I get like.
I'm sorry. Can the resident alien ask a question? Is that okay?
Yes, Martian, you can.
Can the resident Martian, you know, beam down a little bit? Nano.
Yes, Martian. Come down, Martian.
Not nano.
Call me completely different, but if I run in, you know what? I almost flashed you like I did Chillia the other day. me personally, I see if I'm with someone, like if our union, people are so concerned with shit that has nothing to do with it.
Absolutely.
And that is the biggest caveat for me, right? Who you slept with, unless your dingaling is gonna fall off in the next 6 months while we together, is none of my business.
Right.
But it might.
Wait, hold on. Kit, I don't know about that one.
Why
is that? I'm trying to run into nobody's old work. I ain't trying to do that.
Oh, you got a cap too.
Hold on,
Yo, Jess is not annoying, yo.
Am I hanging
I'm weak.
find out.
Just go away. Go away.
Again, when I came on, I preface this with as me as the resident alien. I know I'm different in how I think and how I do. I preface that completely because me personally, I don't care if I run into one. As long as I don't care. But
I understand what kid's trying to say though.
I don't have that level of insecurity. I don't have that level of, oh, you was with my man. Guess what, bitch? Here's the thing. You was with him 2 months ago. So guess what? So was I.
You personally may not mind.
No. I don't know about that kid.
You personally may not mind. But honestly, I need to know because
here's the thing. If y'all haven't gone and done your testing and all that other stuff, and now you want to worry about who he's with, then that's one thing. But if you're worrying about somebody because you might run into them, me personally, it's like you can run into Jesus on the right day. Like I'm not sitting here looking and worried about. Oh,
it's not about being worried though, kid. That's the part. It's not necessarily being about. It's not necessarily.
It's just
worrying.
Not a task for me. I guess that's
the
thing. It's not a thing to me. It's like, oh, okay,
that's cool. But you said two things.
We're going to get cantaloupes now.
There's two things that you mentioned. You said worrying and being insecure. I don't think it's a matter of being insecure or a matter of worrying. Okay, so it's literally understanding that you're with somebody that has some type of respectability about them. And I'm really not that type of person that gonna be, I'm all about respectability politics. But I ain't trying to walk down the street with Dirt Merc over here that done slanging ding-a-lang. He's community peen. Like, I'm not trying to do that. Like, nobody's trying to run into Charmaine, Keisha, like the DMX song. You know what I'm saying? Like, in Walmart. Everybody trying to do that. Like,
hold up, Kit. Now you know how I feel, Kit.
No, then that's your fault because you should have done your due diligence to make sure you wasn't dating, Pookie Lou from the block or whoever. You need to make sure that you're not just out here all of a sudden dating who is dating everybody and then not knowing what kind of conversations are being had, what kind of relationship are y'all having that you're just finding this out as y'all walk to the grocery store.
Now you're talking about timelines. If you found out that the dude said, yo, you asked the question, you had the conversation, yo, I got like 50, 75 bodies under my belt. Like, how many you got? Oh, I got like 5. And you said to yourself, nah, I ain't gonna do this. No, you're not gonna be walking down Walmart. But if you're in the very first stages, let's just say you're in the very first stages, you already done had like at least 2 meals with this man down at the Cheesecake Factory. Yeah. And now y'all just went to Walmart to go pick up some bread or something. You want to make a sandwich.
This is contradictory then because earlier you literally said that a woman wouldn't care. So if a woman doesn't care, then why does she now care? Either she cares or she doesn't care. Earlier you said, well, 9 times out of 10,
most women won't care. I said it won't. It's not as difficult for a woman to pass a man by. That's average. We're not talking about average. We're talking about not necessarily a Kit Kat situation. We're talking about
you said earlier
women that we can come across with.
No, I'm talking about this. You said that a woman who finds out that a man has a high body count and they with them, or even if they were with someone else, 9 times isn't gonna stop messing with that dude, and they're not gonna care that he had that high body count.
That was concerning just sex. That wasn't concerning a relationship. Initially, when I said that, we were talking about just spinning the block on some sex stuff. We're not talking about that now. We're talking about relationships, dating. That's different. Nobody wants to take a man seriously that's community peen. That's been all around the world, But if you just spinning the block on some, you just getting your cobwebs cleaned. No, you're not really gonna pass it up like that.
If it's community, it's not my community. I don't particularly want to, I don't know. Again, I can agree to disagree on this particular, place, but I personally am like, you know, unless it's something that I'm going to have to worry about where everywhere we go, someone is going to go out of their way to be disrespectful, which means that he hasn't closed the loops in the way that he
Right.
should, where they know that they
Right.
don't even have a chance to even come and be disrespectful or even run up and say something where he can be like, oh, well, this was my friend from before. Like, no, that means that he didn't do his job as far as making sure that that even doesn't come to you as his woman.
Okay, I can definitely agree on that. Yeah,
Mhm.
nah, because then people
Well,
gonna get
that's the
slapped
one.
in the store.
I'm like, I
Now,
don't give a if we out at Walmart and he sees somebody that he used to mess with, it's one thing if he tells you like, oh yeah, that's somebody I used to mess with, blah, 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 blah. It's another thing if that person feels free to come up with you and come up to you and be like, oh, hey, how are you? Oh, who's this? That means that you didn't button that shit the fuck up, and you should have did that. That way, when I go outside or when we go outside, that we
like
feel
be, but that part of it, I think we know that there's some women that are just shiesty like that. They don't care where they at. They want to be seen, heard, and all the things, and they will play that game. So it's not necessarily on the dude that may not have closed doors. It's people are people, and people want to feel validated. So that's why they move like that.
You know, punches in the face will make you feel real validated.
That
like
that too, and could.
that'll make you feel checked in all the way. Like you are checked all the way in. Like, cause
This is a family show. This is a
I know,
family show.
and
We are
family-
not violent over
you gotta
here.
protect your family.
We
You gotta
don't
protect your
hit
family.
the family that whoops ass together, you know, stays together because they happy.
Oh,
I promise you.
man.
I ain't got a cousin that ain't jumped in when she was supposed to. Shout out to my cousins. I love y'all.
Yep.
Wow. Wow. All right. That's what's up. So I think we all kind of got everything out there. We had a little disagreement because Kid is a Martian and she is from another planet.
Nano, bitch.
We accept her here on Earth. We rocks with kitty cat.
You know what it is?
I love every day, every nation, all day. Love you, boo.
I smell like humans now. It's like when you have feral cats and people go pick up their kittens and now they smell like humans and the cat don't want to fuck with them. They can't smell me no more. I smell like y'all people. And every time I be like
Scotty, beat me up.
I be like, I be like, I be trying to give them the nose point and everything. They be like, nah, you one of them now. You smell like him.
You one of them now.
Oh my gosh. Then go take a shower, kid. I cannot. Don't do that.
Before I started, this is why my hair is nice and big and I don't look like a Jerry curl like Chill always tries to say. Thank you very much.
Hey. So check it. We are going to move on to the next segment of the show. Ladies, let's get ready for the cap of the week.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap. No.
To give it to me, he was going to loan it to me. Whatever, cool. I said I would pay him back at the end of the month. The end of the month has come. I've been thinking about it. I have a lot of things I need to get done, and I'm still like really behind in bills because of the fact that I lost my job. So I'm trying to play catch up, and I finally got a little bit of money, right? So he texted me this morning, and he's like, "Oh, has your check still not cleared yet? I haven't received the money," which already is a sassy like way of asking for the money back. But granted, he shouldn't have had to ask. I should have just sent it to him. So anyways, I sent him the money, but the problem is right now, like, I kind of have the ick and I don't want to talk to him anymore.
Yeah,
Am I everything that's wrong with women these days? Like, because he did nothing wrong and he was actually very helpful. It was a lot of money and a lot of men wouldn't have even, loaned it to me, and he did, and I'm really grateful for that. And I think he's a great person. He's going to make whoever he ends up with very happy. I just personally feel like he's not, like, I don't think that this is going to work.
So let me set the stage for this one here, right? Problem I see a lot is women have an issue when it comes down to this. Now, I don't believe it's any of you ladies on this panel, judging by the faces that I see happening right now. But why is it these young ladies have an issue when it comes with playing their part financially in relationships? Help me understand.
No, he loaned
he lent her money.
Right.
Yeah, so that's her financial part would be either paying it back or contributing in another way. But she's like, I have the ick because he asked me back for the money he loaned me.
She a bird. She a bird for that.
Like, come on
Well,
now.
I think that
Sorry.
his expectation was for as soon as she got her money for her to pay it back.
She could have did it like
And
Klarna. Installments.
she clearly wasn't prepared to pay it back. So there should have been some type of agreement fully established to understand exactly how that was supposed to be paid back. You know, because she's like,
No,
you know, that
but
she
not her having the ick when it's time to pay it back. Like, what?
well, now she's dead wrong for that.
Listen,
I mean,
something's
she
wrong on the
wrong, period.
boulevard.
Like she said she had the money to pay it back, but she didn't want to. So I'm just making assumptions. Like she didn't have.
What I don't like is the fact that it was like she was trying to almost like shame the man for asking for his money back. Like Johnson's hard on the boulevard. Like, yo, they'll be charging $50 for a carton of eggs. Like, no, I need my money. Like, it's my money and I need it now. Like, stop playing with me. So I don't understand how she gonna turn around and be on some. I got the egg. Like he was acting sassy. There was nothing wrong with him though. Like, girl, you need to be by yourself for real.
Yes, Noni. Yes, Noni.
Okay, so first of all, I need more backstory a little bit, but at the same time, how she just did that video on how she was mad when she specifically keyword loan. When you say loan or borrow, that means you got to pay back, right? We need
That's where she messed up.
Unfortunately, we as adults need to teach our children when you say I want to borrow something, you have to pay it back.
Right.
She wants to be mad because he asked for his money back. Baby, he shouldn't have had to ask you for his money back.
Right.
Well, she knew that she had to pay him back. She knew
she had to pay him back because
acting like he was being petty.
You said, I'm going to give it back to you at the end of the month when my check clears. Now, there's a different situation if you said, hey, baby, I need X amount of dollars. I would like to borrow it from you, but I don't know how long it's going to be for me to take it back. It's up to him to say yay or nay. And you still can't get mad if he says no, regardless if he's your man or not. Right?
Yeah, and I think for women, that's the problem. Like, you know, expecting for men to just give.
And yet there's nothing in return.
Nothing
a lot
in
of women
return.
have this. A lot of women think that because what they have in between their legs, that's going to just satisfy. That's going to put a Band-Aid over whatever it is. It's not going to completely. He's going to get tired of that. He's tired of
even
Like
like
the same vagina again.
Getting desensitized by the coochie.
Go ahead, Jess. Please say something. Go ahead. What you were saying?
No, it's not even give and not get back. It was his. Like what?
Well, yeah, it was his, but she's like the way she's putting it is the way she's saying like she had felt a type of way about it is almost in a sense like she felt like he should have let her have it and not
because it was a secret
entitlement.
expectation.
Then that's not a loan.
Well, yeah, that's entitlement, but
that's
what I'm
it.
saying, like she have the expectation that he should have gave it to her,
Right.
And not
She did.
and so that's what I mean by give. Like, so now you expecting him to give to you, and you give nothing. Like
Right.
at least you know
You
you
just
got
take
the wrong
it.
terminology.
Even it out. She a
She had
bird.
the wrong terminology.
She was a bird for that. She should be embarrassed for even putting that daggone video up there.
But there's going to be a lot of
Disclaimer. I do not claim that one.
No, and
Yo,
you want to
look at this comment.
There's a lot of
Right. Exactly. He probably will bring it to spin the block back over there.
It's funny what y'all are saying though, right? Because here's the thing, right? Granted, she absolutely was out of pocket because she asked the wrong thing. If she wanted to have it, she should have said, babe, can I have such a I need whatever. If you use the B word, then you have to be the borrower. Okay, you have to be willing to pay back it when the loan comes due, or even if you needed an extension, be willing to have proper communication so that can be said. Now, coming from an era where you know, what's yours is mine and what's mine is mine, I can understand and completely understand how she is like, what in Jesus Christ is happening right now? Now, having the it behind it, I absolutely do not agree with that. Look, I got nothing but love for you, baby. Heavy D said it best. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, and that was back in the day. He said, what's yours is mine, what's mine is mine. So I can understand completely why, you know, I can't understand why she has the ick.
Well, I got a comeback song for that kid. I don't want no pigeons. Them beetle, like she's acting like a bird.
But we didn't want scrubs first, just to put that out.
You right, you absolutely right. But he wasn't being a scrub because he had some bread to give it to her.
Right.
So
and that's absolutely right, which is why I said is she came with a level of entitlement. You know what I'm saying? Thinking that, well, because he's my man, I should be able to have this. But
could we just call it modern day prostitution?
Wow.
No.
Wow,
this is a relationship.
You're the reason why I carry one of these. It's comments like that. You see?
You actually have a scalpel?
But
why do you get that?
You
sell that in the stores?
You thought I was joking?
Carrie said something is the hidden.
You don't want me to lie about anything. I wasn't joking. I'm dead. I'm serious as cancer and cigarettes. What you mean?
I can't say
that. And
What'd
Carrie
you say, Carrie?
like bypassed, and so did Triple B. It's the hidden expectation that she automatically assumed because that was her man, that she wasn't supposed to pay back something that he asked to borrow.
Yeah.
And I think we need to realize that, and we need to start having. That's what messes up relationships. You know how when we spin the block, because we have them hidden expectations, and then we end up getting back with that person, and that hidden expectation that we think that this is what that person knows what we want, but we never told them what we want. That hidden expectation goes back to that spinning the block.
That's mind reading.
That's what I was gonna say.
He already know. He's supposed to know. Why he ain't
supposed to know he wasn't getting that money back. He was supposed to know he was not supposed to be getting that money back.
Now, I'm your woman. She probably don't do nothing for him. But because I'm hitting the title of I'm his girl, it's like, no, I want this. No, it don't work.
Shorty said Jesus paid it all, so I don't have to. That's what she said.
Hey, if Jesus paid the bill, why am I still paying it? I said that about the power bill this summer. I was like, I said, go ahead.
You know why I call it modern day prostitution? It's not because of this one situation. I think that is a culture that where women look at men as nothing but a paycheck, right? Literally, you can hear women calling men paycheck and penis. So if those are the only two things you value us off of, and men are starting to wake up like, nah, even if I give you something, you better give it back. You my girl. Wait a minute, kid. You my girl or not. You gonna pay it back. And the women, the culture that's being set now is if men ask you back, you sad. Something wrong with you for having the expectation of money from me, the woman, because I have the vagina. This is why I use the word modern day prostitution, because like y'all said, if you give me the box, it should be okay. That's like a payment. No, it's not.
Well,
That's what,
if
that was the case, I would have paid less, $40, $50 to get a prostitute. Yes, boom, box. Go, hold up. Kid had a hand up. Kid had, yes,
Martian kid. Super fast. But didn't men say
it's never super fast.
Oh no, this is fast because I ain't got time to talk to you right now. I'm doing other things. Didn't you all say that romance without finance is a nuisance? Because women didn't come up with that. That was a man thing.
And I was going to say, they said,
you're looking
I'll pay
at what
for it if I want it.
R&B singers and
I'm not
about reality. Reality. Most men are not out here.
I never heard a male singer. I never heard from a female singer. You got to have a J-O-B if you want to be with me.
All those songs about women saying money, money, man, money.
No, but this is a man song. A man said, I'll pay for it. I'll pay for it. I'll pay for it.
Y'all listen to too much. What's his name? Babyface. That I'll pay your rent. I'll buy your clothes. I'll cook your dinner.
But this is the stuff that's being programmed. This is the stuff that's being programmed.
He was going to do all of work.
It's been programmed. And then on top of that, somebody had to actually do it And then
Somebody
tell her
did.
homegirl, like, look, girl, this work. Tell that man,
He paid my
you
rent.
gonna do this,
He took
and
my
you gonna
dinner
get what
too.
you need. So no, it's not modern day prostitution. It's programming. They've been programmed to be this way.
To be modern day prostitutes.
No.
Wow, it's crazy.
No, because they're in a relationship. I mean, I can see if this was not a relationship and this was something that she does to
Right.
multiple men. Now that, yes, in that sense, yes, this would be modern day prostitution, but this is a relationship. So she feels like this is my man. My man should just give.
And I'm gonna just pay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just
Okay.
saying.
No, here's the thing. We're
Okay.
assuming that she's not doing anything else, right? Because to say that she's just taking, we're looking at one very specific, situation, and we don't know what she's given into the relationship. That may be a reason.
It's not
for
money.
it may be the reason for it, which is why she's feeling the way that she's feeling. I'm not saying that it's right, wrong, or indifferent. I'm just saying that that's possibly the mind and process behind that. Because again, if I'm your woman and we're supposed to be together, we only know this situation. So from this particular situation, it sounds very, gold diggerish and entitled and lack of communication or improper communication. Because if you pay it back, you shouldn't have asked to borrow it. You should have asked, could you have it, or worked out some other details that work. So like that,
I needed more. I needed more. Girl, you only giving us a snippet because you want to capture us, but you need to tell the backstory. Because you're not telling the whole story. You only want to tell the story for people to feel sympathy for you. That's why when you just said we need some more. No, that's why I came on and said I need some more information.
Right.
I need some more information, and you should have never asked to borrow it.
Right.
You gotta use the right
But
term.
I have a question.
Baby, can I have?
Are we allowed to ask questions, or are we only allowed to comment?
Girl, go ask a question, girl. What's up, girl?
So my question
Ask a
would be, what about if you are in a relationship and it is clear that you guys are aiming for marriage with each other? It is clear that you two are monogamous. What about those relationships where, whether you said I need to borrow, I need to have, can you help me? Whatever your verbiage was, but a relationship that's actually going somewhere. We're ending and our end goal is marriage. Is it okay in those dynamics for you to have that expectation that, okay, I'm asking you for it, but I'm not going to pay it back? And we both understand that because of the goal of where we're going. Is that okay?
Is this for me or?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Is that for me or that's for the whole panel? Which
Whoever
one?
wants to answer. Whoever wants to answer.
Boombox, you got that?
Well, I was just gonna say it depends on your relationship because that's what you guys have an understanding of. If you're working towards that goal of marriage and the understanding is like, hey, when I ask for something, I don't have to return it to you. If that's what you guys have agreed upon, then nobody can argue that. It shouldn't even come up as an argument because you've established that early on. But obviously, in this case, it wasn't established.
Yeah, very much so.
Right. Yeah. Well, because most people are not dating to marry anymore, right? They're just dating to date and have fun and see what
That's why she found it so easy to break up with him because he asked for his money back.
Right.
Well, like Kit said, the gold digger behavior.
Yeah.
What you were saying, Noni?
It's the age range too. So not every woman is thinking, or not every man and woman is dating just to date. There are, depending on what area of age bracket you are, there are people who are intentionally dating to get married. And it's that conversation you have. I use me and my partner. We do stuff all the time. I see something, but I don't have the money for it. Okay, I got you. It's very different. It's that conversation. It's what type of agreement do you and your partner have? Especially like Carrie said, is it the end goal, that marriage, so you expect not to pay it back? I don't always think that it's an expectation not to pay it back. I feel like if somebody lends you something because you're in need at that time, it should be paid back. But
Right.
if there's something that somebody just did, they happen to hear you speak about, Dag, you know, I got to get this, but I got to get an extra whatever amount, and they give it to you, that conversation should be, so would you like me to give this back? And they usually say when they hand it to you, you don't have to worry about it. There's a difference in that language. You can have that language too with a friend, not somebody you just sleeping with. It can be somebody, it's just a money exchange type conversation. But the key thing is having that conversation with that. They did not have any type of conversation. There was nothing. According to, let's make it clear. According to her video, there was no other context with that she asked to borrow money. She was mad that she had to give it back because in her expectation was, I shouldn't give this back because I'm your girl.
Right.
And unfortunately, there's a lot of people that think that way without having a conversation. We need to start communicating more. That's what messes us up in general, is that lack of communication. But we can communicate and people still won't comprehend. So it's actually comprehension, communication, and actually truly understanding what the person said. And
I'm gonna set the precedent straight for all the ladies that's watching this. All the ladies, Kit, come back. Where you at? Kit. There you go. So the only man that is going to be okay with giving you something in most cases is going to be a man that is either one courting you to be his wife or you are his wife. Right? It's never this is what or your father, but we're talking about relationships, right? But it's in most cases, a man that gives you something, he's gonna expect either it back monetary or he's gonna expect it back sexually. Just putting that out there. So the best thing you can do is to work and get your own until you man.
You said sexually. That's what you said.
Oh man.
I didn't say it.
I was a whole sidebar. You know what I'm saying?
It wasn't me this time.
Woo.
It wasn't me this time. I don't know what happened. It wasn't me.
I don't gotta do all that.
Don't put out your expectations. My wife could ask me for anything, and she got it. And the expectation is not for me to get repaid. We repay each other in many different ways. Many different ways. So
You better testify, sir.
I didn't sign up for this kind of show. Okay, I prayed before I came on here. I didn't sign up for this. Jesus did not pay it all for me to have to deal with this.
I mean, the marriage bed is on the file. Praise God. Amen.
You know what I'm saying? So, with all that being said, ladies, this was a great show, great topics. Oh man, I had a lot of fun kicking it with y'all tonight. I want to thank everyone that was in the chat. Thank you so much for the comments. Thank you so much for the respect, the love, being decent, because Sunday's chat was crazy.
Yeah,
so it felt so good to have a chat like I had tonight. I am so looking forward to continuing to grow grown women talking. So please tell a friend to tell a friend. Like this as you right now. Do me a favor, everyone watching, hit the like button. And make sure you comment peace. Make sure y'all show some love to the channel, support the channel. I also want to thank Marriage, Politics, and Sports for the super chats this evening, and my man Hank the Basement with the $2 Super Bowl. My God, this means a lot. Stop it. Hank is a engaged man, Kit.
Wow, that's crazy. Wow. Now you making a block. You making a block. It's muy caliente right now. Don't do that.
Do nothing. I already look. Deanon. I can't pronounce his fiance's name. I already said shout out to her. I don't want no smoke in the city because I keep stuff and I fight. I don't want to fight nobody over there, man.
You already got yours, girl. You got a rotation. You got.
I mean,
The men love the Martians, apparently. The men love the Martians. Okay.
Right.
And let me tell you something, Miss Kit. Okay. I don't like how you got all beat and beautiful on Sunday. You had the face just lit. But today, I mean, you moisturized.
Okay,
You
yeah,
look good. You look
I
great.
love
You look
I,
good. But I'm just
Tuesday, I
saying,
got it. You know what?
can I get some lashes every once in a while?
I mean, you know
You
what?
know what I'm
Next
saying?
Tuesday,
Just a little bit.
Look, let me tell you something. I be over here fighting my good fight not to put on my new wig. I be like, oh Lord, I want to light everything up, but I put big hair. This is my summer.
I mean, you still look good, girl. I was just like, oh, look at my friend looking on. You know what I'm saying? Glamorous on a Sunday.
Yeah.
Next time I put
Good. She was really
you
good.
had the
Next
fellas in
Tuesday,
the
I want to see
comments.
some.
No,
Just
me
saying.
You had the fellas
okay,
in the
look,
comments going crazy. So
even Noni
I
with
just
the
want
lip
to.
paint, so I got it.
Right. I just want to thank everyone. Thank you, ladies, so much. Thank you, Noni. Thank you, Carrie, for joining the show. I really hope you guys enjoyed, and I want to see y'all here more often because this is where it's at. GMT, GWT. We are going to grow this show every time I look around. It's love. I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much, y'all. We will see y'all I'll see y'all on Friday for Grown Men Trash Talking. Please stay in tune. Peace.
Oh, that.